Hello! Hi there! It's me, it's Dave, or the Jaded Rabbit. God bless you, truly, honestly, deeply. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for spending some time with me here today. I am very much excited for Mortal Kombat 1. I think Mortal Kombat 1 being here in less than 3 weeks is titillating, exhilarating. Lots of things to be looking forward in Mortal Kombat 1 because I'm hoping that I'll finally like the cameo feature when I have like Serena cameo and I can have like a little demon girl to just come into battle all the time. That seems really cool. But if you're somebody who does not enjoy PvP. I know, crazy, right? Who could not enjoy PvP? But if you're somebody who does not enjoy this, really the single player experience is your best hope of having fun within Mortal Kombat 1. Story mode excluded. Because story mode is just cutscenes, and those cutscenes are over, and what? You're just gonna replay the story mode just to rewatch the cutscenes? No way. I refuse to believe that. But the thing that is grindable, the thing that is going to be fun, hopefully, question mark, is the new invasions mode now in Mortal Kombat 1, where you basically traverse a map fighting random opponents for no clear reason or objective. I'm hoping we get an objective at some point. I'm not talking about like seasonal rewards like skins or gears. I'm talking about like what is the reason that you're having these fights? Like contrast that with like the character towers within Mortal Kombat 11. It gives you a little bit of flavor text as to what's happening, why you're facing the people that you're facing, etc. I still haven't gotten that from Invasions. Maybe that'll be there in the full game. You know, I have to have hopes. But it seems like there will be no return of the augment system, which is a blessing and a curse. I mean, it's a blessing in some ways because the augment system was overly complex in MK11, and not even the developers had a grasp on what they created. But it's also a curse because I built this channel on augment builds. What the hell am I going to do in the future? Very scary. But I am not actually worried. I think that there is a lot of stuff to be exploring in this single player mode of Mortal Kombat 1, and essentially the replacement of the augment system, giving us some more reductive form of RPG elements from mobile games. I wish I could describe it with more positive adjectives, but this is what I've seen. It seems like a reductive RPG that was taken from MK Onslaught. In fact, some of the symbols that appear in this game, I think they're from MK Onslaught. Like, taking a look at the blood symbol, the energy symbol, the magic symbol, I feel like I've seen these things somewhere. I'm not altogether too sure. Maybe I just saw it from the gameplay that we saw from GameSpot and IGN. Maybe. But they seem very familiar from what was in MK Onslaught. I'll have to go back and look at my MK Onslaught gameplay. But it feels like some of the systems that were existing in MK Onslaught, MK11, have been now incorporated into MK1. And, well, of course, there is this first potential of build possibilities where you can have different skill points, different stat points spent towards health, attack, special defense, agility. Agility. I'm guessing that's speed? Maybe it also includes an evasiveness. Wouldn't it be great if like the opponent's attacks just went right through you? Like you were immune because you're just so evasive? I'm thinking too much. That's clearly not what it is, but it seems pretty reductive, in my opinion. Also, I kind of hate how the numbers here are just so arbitrary. Like, what the hell does 3 health mean? Surely I don't have 3 points of health. What? What does 3 HP mean? So, thinking in terms of what we have in the game, there are 1000 HP opponents. We saw Shao Kahn with 950. So, does 3 add 3 to 950? Or does it add a certain percent? We have to see. There's lots of questions that I have that I will feel very excited to finally answer with the final release of this game. But clearly, there is no room for augments here. We've also seen the replacement of the augment system with an increased focus on type resistances besides the stat points, as well as two new gear pieces, armors, whatever you want to call them, talismans and relics, which are now going to be upgradable with quote unquote components, which I guess you could liken to the augment system. Here it says slightly increases max charges of the talisman. That would be like an augment. However, you could lose your augment the more powerful you try to make your talisman. So these augments better be dropping like candy. Like, there better be lots of it, like candy on Halloween night. There better be lots of it. So, I'm just, like, this is all very intriguing, very interesting. But this symbol, like, I feel like I've seen it with MK Onslaught. But this type resistance is very much something that was inside of MK11. And we are going to be taking a closer look at this type resistances, because this really fascinates me. Really fascinates me. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Six Legs, I forgot about this song. LOL. What's an augment? Don't worry about it, brother. You don't need to know. If you're at this point and you've never used an augment, you don't need to start. It's okay. John, hello, John. It's Yo Girl Australia. Liked. OMG, thank you. Please leave a like, guys. 23 of you here. Let's get 23 likes. It really helps out with the channel. OMG Australia, congratulations on 10K. You should do a special video for 10K subscribers. What? We're at 10K? Amazing. Aw, thank you. It's all thanks to you guys and leaving likes. The likes really help. Please. Joe, hello. Yeah, let's hit that like before. Oh, wow. Aw, thank you, my friends. Congratulations. I didn't even realize we're at 10K. I'm waiting for some email or announcement from YouTube. Usually they give you things for milestones. If they give me nothing, then it means it's not a milestone. Oh, Squeezy, what do you mean no reason? Baraka stole your keys? um that is the reason? No, there must be some greater reason. I feel like, why are you navigating the map so you fight Baraka at the very end? It seems like it's all RNG type of appearances from the roster in this invasion, much like towers, right? Like, they were even equating it to towers in their descriptions from IGN and GameSpot. Towers, like in Towers of Time, like the random towers, they'll feature anybody. It doesn't even, there's no logic or reason. So maybe that's it. I'm not sure. Brian, I can update Miller instruct. I will update it. Cool. Dave, I think Invasions, it's like a puzzle a long time ago. Your friend Brian. Aw, thank you, Brian. Love you, Brian. Yes, it does seem like any of these single player mechanics, they are like little puzzle mini games. So this is exactly what single player seems to be. Same goes with MK11. Like, you can have like a Fujin hacky sack in the air mini game. How long can you keep the opponent up in the air? Because it is infinite? Yes, infinite. Depending on your health. John, MK11 augment system was used to test power levels for specials in MK1. Curious? I'm not sure. Maybe. Munchin Buzz. Love you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Oh, Squeezy. I think it was one of the first fights in Invasions where he has. I thought that was just tutorial. I didn't think that was part of, like, there's going to be different seasons. What are the different seasons, like the reasons that you're doing this? Like, who's the, and like, is there going to be like a boss at the end of the map, and will they change per season? You would kind of hope that the bosses would change more frequently than 6 weeks. But okay. I think this is very interesting because even though there is no augment system, there is this like really improved, I would say improved, resistances system being included with MK1. For me, I call it type effectiveness, much like what you would see in a Pokemon game where like oh, oh god, Pokemon. What's in Pokemon? Water beats fire, fire beats grass, grass beats water, etc. That kind of type effectiveness. Here we're seeing something similar. With MK11, I would say that there is perhaps too much complexity with this whole entire type resistances. Like, if you're familiar, I have made a type effectiveness chart for MK11. However, it's far too complex. No redundancy really in between the different characters. Like, here you have your different attacking types, different defending opponents. So, like, Shang Tsung is immune to chaos attacks. Really crazy, right? Or not Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn is also very weak to fire attacks. Like, there's this, like, really weird type system in MK11. And we're going to be taking a look at it. Also, I think it's kind of important to realize that the no augment system is probably a benefit to us all, because NRS really did not have the augment system figured out with MK11. Okay, so as you can see here, I have a number of glitched augments. Just because I play the game and I find glitches and I find these things. If you would like to know all the secrets, please join the Jaded Bunny family. But yes, where I reveal all of my secrets. But yes, I have these like weird glitched augments. It would appear weird if all you've seen are the levels 1, 2, and 3. But previously, prior to Aftermath, MK11 used to have gear-specific augments. And as you can see, some of these were kind of like a doozy. Like, they were a 3-in-1, a triple threat. So take a look at this katana augment. Upward fan toss inflicts 9% additional damage. This is actually one of the best augments that you could have gotten that would increase the damage of upward fan toss. This also ties into a very specific gear system. So things that were on the side would always, for all characters, provide a certain maximum buff. So here you are seeing for Katana, like, the maximum buff that you could get for the Sai, but these numbers would also be true for the other characters. The old augment system was very complex, but it also had this type effectiveness built into it. You can see there, plus 1.5% global damage, a free death dealer, and a plus 30% ice resist, which is giving you like sort of like a level 3 version of what's it called? Out of the Cold? Somewhere in between level 2 and 3. So these old augments, they were giving you so much type effectiveness resistance. And this was also applied to co-op at the time. Co-op used to be very different within the first year of Mortal Kombat 11. And the type effectivenesses would have also come into play with those co-op towers. Unfortunately, current system has none of this type effectiveness. It's more so like an artifact of a leftover system from 2019, which is why I feel like them removing the augment system is actually probably a benefit to us all, because they really half baked the first system and then they gave the second system to us in a quite reactionary response, where they were just removing things left and right in two, I think, main goals of making it easier to understand, because it seemed like you needed a college degree to understand the old augment system. But the new augment system is lacking some things from the old system, a lot of things. A lot of things, in fact. So they tried to make it easier for people to understand. And secondly, it was just way too hard for them to quality test thousands of augments and thousands of combinations. So I think it's gonna work out better for us too, because like some of those augments in the old system, they were glitched and they didn't work. They didn't do what they were saying. So yeah, I think it helps out with everyone if it's just like talismans and relics, as you're seeing here with MK1. With the talisman, you're able to get some augmented effects with the components. So increasing the number of hits of something that would typically be like a Jinsei essence augment. So you're not getting augments in MK1, but you are getting these components. But what really frightens me about the whole process is the ability to lose your components, which are treated as materials in this new crafting system for MK1. If you're familiar with crafting, it can be like a whole game of itself, but it seems pretty like minuscule in this part of MK1, and there's just such a risk factor, which I think is unnecessary. Why on earth do you have to work for the reward and then lose it? Imagine if you could lose augments, if you wanted to like transfer an augment, that there was like a percentage chance it would fail and you would lose the augment. Heck, that would happen anyways if the servers weren't working properly in MK11. So I'm just, I don't want to lose things. I don't like that idea. Very worried. But also it seems like there's a max power level to which you can upgrade these things, aka the number of augments that you could possibly apply to a talisman is going to be limited. And there are like 1, 2, 3, 4 segments of like power, maybe 5, because this one is just like a tip. It's very small. The tip is very small and the shaft is very long. It's very strange. But yeah, I am just uncertain about like, I hope that these augments are good. More and more augments would really be good. And if you're not really understanding what the talisman is doing, it seems like the talisman is providing you with an X amount of times of activation within a match of doing something. So much like a consumable, but minus the cooldown, replaced with a metered usage. Very, I think it's kind of restrictive. I don't think charges should be a thing. Cooldown is good enough, right? I feel. Or maybe this is just a unique talisman whereby you don't have infinite usage, relying upon a cooldown, just like a number of uses. But it feels very like consumable like in MK11. I feel like if you weren't playing with the MK11 consumables, then you're totally gonna feel them here in MK1. They are there. They are there for sure. So like this could easily be like an offensive type consumable. In fact, let's so like in the game there are just like a number of consumables. You've got your tower consumables, which give you currency buffs, XP buffs, as well as whole elemental type damage buffs. But when you go down on the list, you get to your match consumables, and it feels like this is going to be fulfilling the equivalent of talismans in MK1, whereby you can get a talisman that'll heal you, and it might have a certain number of charges, and then you would have to refill those charges at the forge. Very that sounds kind of grindy. Honestly, I did not use the forge much in MK11. It was just a thing that was there that I did not visit. But yeah, it feels like that flaming skull could be equated to one of these offensive consumables here that you can activate numbers of times in a match infinitely, right? Infinitely. And it does some sort of damage or something, right? Like the rain bubble or Reiko shuriken. You can summon a special attack. Seems very much like what you're getting with this particular talisman, at least. And there's room for bonuses. So these bonuses are coming from your components. It feels good. The fact that you can customize your talisman, everyone's going to have the same talisman, but you can customize it with your own bonuses. Plus, you're going to have that added sense of personalized RNG, whereby you lose your materials on an unsuccessful attempt at upgrading your talisman. And that's kind of stupid, right? The more I say it out loud to myself, it just, why are you losing your things when you upgrade? Sounds very risky. Very risky. So I guess there's also going to be like an optimized preferred way on how you would want to upgrade these components to a particular talisman. Seems there's going to be like I'm excited for that. I love figuring things out. So I'm looking forward to figuring out how to use this forge most effectively. To use the new augment system, not really augments, just components, putting it on the talisman. But we do know that there is like relics as well. It says here, equipped relic. Relics apparently can be granting you additional type effectivenesses. Very curious. It seems maybe I'm hoping that there is like a definite difference between relic and talisman, because from all of the RPGs that I've played, it feels like those terms are interchangeable. Artifact. What else could it be called? Class item. LOL. Maybe it's a class item. Hey, that would be cool. OMG, class item. There are classes in MK Onslaught whereby you can have a long range DPS, a brawler, an attacker, or not brawler, tank. Yeah, tank. I guess we call it tank. Healer, support. Yeah, there's all sorts of classes in MK Onslaught. Would be interesting if they do that here, but we'll have to wait and see. I like the idea of this RPG stuff, although I think that there are places where it could have been improved. But on the whole, I feel like this seems to be a positive replacement of the augment system, because from what I'm predicting, most of the potential builds will be focused around making talismans work with a particular energy type, elemental type. Yeah, really cool. I'm looking forward to finding synergies in the game loot. But of course, if anything's like a glitching or game breaking, I don't think I'm gonna make a video about it. Or if I do, it'll be like secrets for the bunny fam. Because what I've discovered with NRS is that whenever you tell them about things, they nerf it. So I don't want them to nerf things. We're going to try and preserve game. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying. Crazy times. Would love to hear from you what you think of this new system of talismans plus relics. The increased focus on the type elementals. Interesting. Very interesting. Um Okay. I want to see more interview with Boone at Gamescom. Okay. I don't know if there's more of them out there. Feather, Ed confirmed no new characters due to high demand characters like the 3D era. And what about Jade? Where's Jade? Adam, hi Dave. What I see from the title, no augments. Yes, there are no augments. That's a disappointment. Um, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the talismans plus the components, because like imagine if there are some really like cool components like reduce cooldown by 100%. That would be amazing. Or like components where it's like I'm trying to think, because it doesn't seem like these are talisman specific. These are just general and could be applied to any talisman. So like maybe something that greatly increases the maximum damage of the talisman. That would be a good component, right? That I'm trying to hope that there are good components to grind for to put into these stupid talismans and then get some easy wins. Yes, I think like any game that I'm playing, at least in terms of single player, I really love it when I can optimize it and make it one-shotty, touch of deathy, game breaky. Like these are what I really like. Corey, long time no see. Oh, hello Corey, thank you for being here. I still can't get natural 20. Do those co-op towers every single day. The co-op towers are very, very rewarding. You can get dragon bloods there every day, 3 chances. I think there's a lot of people playing these co-op towers on PS5 now, apparently. So you can get stuff there. Very good. But also do try the other towers. You could get natural 20 that way. Joe, I'm hoping I can play MK1 on release because I'm uncertain I'm getting it day 1. Oh, okay. Well, I hope so too, Joe. I pre-ordered the fancy thing to give me the extra days. I'm looking forward to September 14th. Okay, I hope there is a good grind system in MK1 because augments in MK11 were awesome. I do love the augments in MK11. But I'm hoping that this, like, all I can do is hope. I'm not certain. But I'm hoping that there are some really good components that you can apply to some really good talismans for in-game effect. If it's something like, if the talisman is something like, so here it's like you get a consumable, but what if it's like doubles your ice damage at full health or something, or just doubles your ice damage, and then you could apply additional buffs to get that doubling to like quadrupling and even further out. That would be cool. I'm hopeful. I'm trying to remain optimistic. But there are no augments. No such things in MK1, unfortunately. Lol Dave, just a tip. I know, right? It's just they designed it that way. It's not my fault. Joe, just that I don't have enough money to get it, but I really want to play it day 1. Oh. Okay, so if you're out of charges, then you're screwed in a match. So they do say here that, like, you need to, maybe it's not here. Maybe I didn't get the proper screenshot. But there is a part of one of those gameplays from GameSpot or IGN where it said that your recharges would have to be replenished at the forge. And doing so at the forge would probably require all of the different currencies that you're getting in the game. See, like, this is different from the gold coin, different from the silver octagonal dragon symbol coin. There's lots of currencies, unfortunately, to grind for. Yeah, we're gonna have to make currency builds. This is This is always important. I still prefer the AI to do my fighting. No worries. AIs are very nice, but I don't think we're getting that option within invasions, especially if they're going to make invasions the premier way for people to gain seasonal rewards. Seasonal rewards, like if it's not a skin, not a gear piece, then why would people want to play? This is my thinking. So there's probably going to be seasonal skins, seasonal gears. My imagination is saying this. So if lots of people are going to play, I don't think they would want everyone to use AI. I'm not sure. Because if it's a season battle pass that you have to pay for, and imagine if you could use the AI to get that stuff, then what would be the point of buying, like, the level skip or the tier up pass? I'm so worried about the monetization system of this game. We're gonna have to see on day one what it is. Feather, aw, okay, thank you for being here. Digital, I'm glad there is no augment system. Having to farm for dozens of the same good augments to fit multiple characters' gears. Well, theoretically, if you have the one augment, you could just transfer it between the multiple characters. But I feel you, Digital. I have multitudes of some of these augments, but I don't feel like I was particularly grinding for any single one of them. Mostly, I was grinding to get at least one of every level for Jinsei, one of every locality and lucky blows, and along the way, we just got multiples and multiples of these things. Oh yeah, I think also grinding for the variation icons, that'll get you lots of augments, lots of multiples. National Cinema Day, awesome, enjoy movie. OMG, I didn't even know that was a thing. You learn something every day. Thank you, Munchin Puss. John, you don't think you won't Haven in MK1 digital? Oh no. Oh, we don't need new characters. We don't need guest characters. Mortal Kombat has plenty of characters. I think that NRS at least trying to make new characters is like a testament to their level of creativity at the time. I'm kind of shocked that there are no new characters, given that MK9, MKX, MK11 all brought new characters. Surprising. Very surprising. But there'll always be guest characters. People who are mostly buying Mortal Kombat 1 are doing so to play Homelander, Omni-Man, and John Cena, whatever his name is. Adam, hope I remain unscathed. Oh no. Oh, category 2. OMG, I'm praying for you, brother. I'm hoping there's no battle pass for MK. There's a season thing going on. Hopefully it's free. But all the other games are charging for stuff. It would be very surprising if they have seasons that they're promoting with rewards and you don't pay for it. Albeit there must be some, if it's not paid, sounds really grindy. I'm worried. Ed's Boon's own words for describing it is long, extensive. Long and extensive. I'm worried. A pay battle pass. That's how Overwatch fell. I think they also made some other mistakes, like not actually making PvE, but okay. Yeah, true. There's a lot of factors making a confluence there of why they fell. With every character having their own leaving system, there will be need to grind for copies of stuff. Oh, leveling. Okay. Okay, yes. I was like, leaving. Where are they leaving? Yes, all of the characters, as you see on the roster, They all have their own level up system, whereby they can all get their own different stats and attributes towards attack, defense, special, agility. And this is also true for the cameos. Like, the cameos are leveling up as well. I don't think they're getting stat points. I'm not sure. Maybe they are. We haven't seen everything, but I'm quite excited to get my hands on this to really understand. I kind of hate that there's an auto assign stat option. That sounds like really no, like, don't think. You don't have to think. Just let the game think for you. No, I like to think sometimes. Yes. No soul mat, peacemaker, whatever. I don't really care for the guest characters, but I recognize that WB is going to be a business first and is going to look on ways of cross promotion. Digital, what new character was in MK Scarlet? She was new. There was no Scarlet before MK9. Thiago, hey guys, even with no augments, I'm so happy we have gear again. Spent lots of time in the crypt in MK11. I did too for a point, but then I stopped because there was nothing else to do in there. Definitely spent more time in towers because there's a lot more to do there. MK1 better not take the same path as Overwatch. Let's hope they don't. I don't think they will. I want to see Liu Kang's God mode fighting. What do you think about Scorpion story and invasion mode? My hope is to get the yellow Scorpion skin as a final reward. Maybe. I mean, it seems very possible based on the early story gameplay that we saw. I think it was IGN that did 17 minutes. You could see that the base game default Sub-Zero was then a cameo wearing his outfit from the main story. So if they can easily swap characters and outfits like that, hopefully they can do that for like Sub-Zero and Scorpion, give them their cameo classic outfits to play with. Apparently there are ways to alter cameos attack, like hold. Oh, yes. I mean, we saw that in the beta where, like, you could cancel certain moves. Like Frost, you could cancel, I believe it was the bubble or something. Yeah, one of her cameo attacks you could cancel. Hey, babes. Hey, Six Legs. Love you, Six Legs. Okay, so I think that even though there's no augment system within MK1, this type resistances is very augmenty. Like, these are all of the chaos energy augments, and these chaos energy augments would normally provide you increased damage or increased resistance. It's now just part of the UI, which is actually nice. I think this is an improvement over how you really judge elemental data within MK11. Like, here it's just all in a list. Very nice. And you're getting like augmented effects built in. So it says here you're getting resistances against acid, which is called poison in MK11, energy, and ice. So these are like the level 4 out of cold ice resistance. Very nice. I forget what the other ones are called. Let's actually take a look because we got our augments here. So if you want a poison resistance, it's natural immunity. So like you're getting that augment built into the character in single player, which reduces the need of having these augments even in the old system, right? Like going back to the old system, these type resistances were made into augmented effects. Now they're just part of the character, which makes it more Pokemon-y, more Pokemon-like, in my opinion, because you can't really modify your type resistances as you would in MK11. It's just part of the character's intrinsic nature, which is interesting. I'm not against it. I think that's very interesting if they make it even more Pokemon like. But yeah, the augments are being represented in this new form that you're getting with invasions with MK1. But my concern is like the type elemental chart in MK11 is overly complex. Overly complex. I've shown it here. You've got 3 different resistances for every character, 1 vulnerability, and 1 immunity. And this is true for every character in MK11. But here you're seeing that there are 2 weaknesses. Sub-Zero's weak to electric and fire. But he's resistant against ice, energy, and poison, acid. But I feel like you're seeing this information here. Hopefully there is some way that you can easily view the information about the opponent you're about to face so that you can choose the appropriate roster character to counter them with like a super effective move. Right? It really sounds like Pokemon. And there's also critical hits, which is another concept that exists in Pokemon that's now coming into MK1. But sometimes type effectivenesses aren't enough, I feel. So let's take a look at MK11, because I think this is really overly complex the way that they've done it here in MK11, and I'm kind of like hoping that it's not this same system that we're going to see. So let's go here and let's take Shao Kahn. Why not? He's gonna be an MK1. At least he makes the transition. Fight. So the only way to actually see elemental data within MK11 is by going into Towers of Time and pulling up the move list. Now, Sub-Zero is classified as an ice type attacker in MK1. He has a little ice symbol beside him. But for every character in MK11, even though Shao Kahn would be considered a chaos master, he is actually dealing multiple types of damage, right? You're seeing here in the bottom right element data, which says physical, chaos, etc. It's completely complex. Way too complex. There's no way you're going to remember this stuff unless you use it regularly, or you just have like a really good memory. Like, for instance, certain things for Shao Kahn are only chaos if a certain buff is applied. So Dark Priest, right, is a special move that can actually turn a lot of his attacks from physical into chaos. But you wouldn't necessarily know that at first glance. And I'm really hoping that it's not going to be super complex to understand in MK1. And I hope that the information is just upfront and clear. If they are going to have like Sub-Zero be like an ice user, then make it so that all of his attacks are doing ice type damage. This would be much easier to understand, I think, for a casual player. Because considering that you have to pull up the move list in a specific setting and then look at a very tiny area of the move list, you would never know about the elemental data, right? So I'm liking the approach that we're seeing here, that it's just like all in the UI, it's just in your face. I think that's very, very good. Very good. Plus, you're also getting like the built-in augmented effects now applied to characters. But then the question is Sub-Zero's resistances and vulnerabilities, are they the same for other ice-type characters? Like, surely Rain is going to be put underneath this category of ice. But then would you say that he's weak to fire? Surely not. Water can't be weak to fire. So this means that besides having, like, like a symbol beside their name. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have that picture. But like when you get into the fight and you have your talisman, your relic, there's gonna be, you know what? Let's just actually find it. Ugh. Okay, so what was the gameplay? I think it was GameSpot. Mortal Kombat 1 Invasion gameplay. Yes, here we go. Oh, LOL. There's people who just take the stuff from GameSpot and re-upload it. At least I think I do some transformative work here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so like here, for example, you can see that like Kenshi is considered dark type, Kano is considered energy type. Does that mean all of his moves are dealing energy type damage? Same goes for Kenshi. Same question. Does he deal all dark type? So Kano, energy, Kenshi, dark. Very interesting. It seems very like Pokemon mobile game. This is what it's feeling like, but I'm looking forward to it. Like it seems very cool. There's also talismans and relics. I think we will be grinding for multiple talismans and relics because you're going to want to have all of this stuff equipped to your character, right? So there's going to be at least 25 talismans that you're going to need to apply to all of the 25 characters on the roster. I hate these numbers, though, by the way. What do these numbers even mean? Just 1 in defense. I would like further explanation. But I guess I'll have to figure it out and make a video about it. That seems more likely. Okay, so let's go back to MK11. So the type effectivenesses are very like Pokemon-y, and previously they were applied to co-op towers, as I mentioned before. You could have like different type effective, like super effective hits on certain opponents in co-op, and this without augments, this was probably the best way of going about some of these co-op towers. Like I remember back in 2019, I was doing these co-op towers without augments. I remember I did it with one guy, and we got through it. I brutalized Jax with Jade. I remember that. And dude was like, OMG, we did it. Good job. Nice uppercut. LOL. Yeah, because like back then it was completely different. No augment, but you did have the elemental data. Unfortunately, this doesn't happen here anymore. So regardless of character that you face in co-op, the Dark Priest plus the Annihilation when amplified is going to deal 1944 damage with the augments that I'm using. If you're not using my augments, then you're dealing significantly less damage. However, one thing that people don't really realize is that the elemental type effectivenesses really takes play in Test Your Luck towers. I think the most obvious manifestation of this is immunities. Like you'll see Jade immune to magical attacks. You'll see Scorpion immune to fire attacks, right? But there's actually a lot of significance to type effectivenesses here in Test Your Luck towers. So it says here, Jade resistances. She resists dark energy and fire damage and is vulnerable to chaos damage. So let's try this. Do you see the damage? It does 2430. So let's do a little mathy math. 2430 minus 1944 486. Wait, that wasn't what I wanted. I can't do math. Math too hard. Divide by 24. I guess we'll be exact. 31. Okay, so that minus when. Okay. So it's 20% damage boost. So unlike what you're seeing here, oops, what's this? Oh, it's comments. Okay. Let's go here. Yes. Here, what you're seeing is actually when you land a super effective hit in Mortal Kombat 1, instead of it doing plus 20% extra damage, you're getting plus 50% extra damage, which is I'm looking forwards to this. Of course, like what you're seeing with my Shao Kahn, that's also with augments. So I'm hoping that the talismans with the proper components can provide similar effect so that you can really take advantage of these increased type effectivenesses. Going back to this weird chart that charts the unique resistances and vulnerabilities for characters in MK11, unlike plus 20% when landing a green hit, like if you're using ice against Scorpion, how does that make sense? I guess it turns into water and it just sort of douses Scorpion's flame. Okay, whatever. Logic doesn't have to apply here. But this is how you can really use this here in MK11, but it seems like you're going to get an increased benefit with MK1. So I'm looking forwards to that. Also, like if we're taking a look at the benefits, like vulnerabilities, super effectivenesses, like we should also look at like type resistances. Wow, this is very Pokemon-y. I'm not sure if people are really enjoying that. I'm a nerd. I like it when things are complex and they require thought, and it's like, it's like a puzzle. You want to figure out the puzzle. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying, though. Thank you for joining. Digital. Oh, right, Scarlet. I kind of thought of her as just a confirmation that she exists because she was a rumor for decades. Well, in all fairness, she was DLC as well, so she wasn't at base game. Thiago. Hope we get those MK9, Deception, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero skins. That's actually impossible to get in MK11 nowadays. I totally agree, Thiago. It's unfair that they just don't listen to us, that they don't update the premium shop. Then again, you can take advantage of the premium shop schedule and get exactly what you want, assuming that whatever you want appears in the schedule. If it doesn't, then you're just kind of SOL. Terrible. Adam, a joke idea, character Minecraft Steve with different armor skins, including Netherite in MK1. Oh no. I don't know. Anything Minecrafty sounds very, like, children-y, and I don't think children belong in this kind of fighting game. Phoenix, are you a PC player, and if so, trying to play? I do play on PC, but I am not trying to play right now. But thank you. Do join the Discord. You'll find lots of PC friends and have some PvP there. Is the augment stuff less complicated in this one? It seems like, because you can only it seems like you can only apply 5 augments, and it will be hard to apply that 5th augment because as you increase the talisman in power, you have increased chances to fail. So most likely, most people will just have like a couple of components put on there. They probably won't even touch the system, to be honest. I would really love to see increased difficulty, though, like from the enemy AI. Like, we didn't really see that in any of the early gameplay from GameSpot or IGN, so I hope they do that. And I'm also, like, very concerned about this relic. Like, is the relic going to be adding more resistance resistances? Can you make your super effective hits hit even harder? Like, I'm excited to find out what are the relics, what can you do with them, because we haven't seen yet from any of the early leaked gameplay what this relic does. So less than 3 weeks. Looking forwards, yay. But yeah, crazy. I need to recharge. Aw, thank you, Adam. Love you. Please do remember to leave a like. I'm excited to see what they do with Takeda. This is so stupid. I wish them the best of luck. Oh no. Oh no, Darko. John, Takeda will be strong. Most paid to win DLC are. Great way of describing it, John, because that's totally accurate. I mean, Joker was so strong that they had to nerf his HP with MK11. So, yeah, it's always the DLC that are very nice. Kara, I play Pokemon Go. OMG. I used to play Pokemon Go too, like in 2016 when it came out. I remember there was just like, it was like the summer of Pokemon Go and everyone was outside. LOL. There was also like scary stories of like people getting like robbed going to some dark alley Poke Gym, Poke Spot, something. It sounds a bit like Pokemon games. I totally agree, Kara. It does sound very Pokemon-like within MK11. Or MK1, rather. How did your beta with Katana go? Oh. Beta was good. I got some practice in with her. Very nice. So there will not be a conquest mode. No, Brock. Unfortunately, there will be no 3D explorable area. You are limited to I don't have a picture of the invasion, but it looks very mobile game inspired. I'm not confident in the graphics of this invasions mode. It seems very like children's board gamey mobile. These are the adjectives. Pokin. Yes, Pokin. Yes, love it, Neft. Darko, is there a way you're on PC? I'm glad you're making friends in the chat. Thank you for everyone being so kind. Really, like, this community is wonderful because of all of you nice people. But yay. So, we took a look at Shao Kahn. He's doing plus 20% damage. I think it's worthwhile to also see, like, the type effectiveness here with Scorpion. So we have, this particular Scorpion build. And really, the thing to notice from this is how much damage he's doing against an opponent without type resistances.
Fight.
So 518 with the burning. Okay, 518. But then you go to the one area of Mortal Kombat 11 where type effectivenesses are actually in play. It does a different amount.
Scorpion.
Why do I have so many Scorpion variations? It's confusing. I need to sort these things out.
Round one. Fight.
Can't even check the type effectivenesses until the active modifiers appears after the fight is said by the announcer. It's so annoying. MK11 makes it really hard to find out what the hell is going on. Yeah, anyways. I do like that MK1, some of this information is just in your face. There is no way that you can ignore type effectivenesses in MK1. But here you've got Jade being resistant to dark energy and fire damage. So that fire attack did 518. It does 388. So let's do math. 388 divide by 518 minus 1. So it's 25%. Interesting. So with MK, I'm so surprised. I'm glad that I did the math. The math is very important. So when you come to the type effectivenesses here that you're seeing for MK11, each of these pluses represents a plus 20, and each of these minuses represent a minus 25. Why so random? Why so arbitrary? So I'm liking that it's like the same numbers here, and it seems like these numbers can be enhanced with the relic, which seems exciting if you can make all of your ice type attacks do extra damage. Or no, rather, if you can make all of your complicated. If you can make your attacks stronger by having the appropriate typing when facing the opponent in MK1. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it because it just seems more meatier with this plus 50, minus 50, as opposed to here with like plus 20 or minus 25. But actually, now thinking about it, I feel like the type effectiveness chart for MK1 might be as complicated as what you're seeing here for MK11. In fact, I don't have data on Kung Lao. I did this list like years ago and I've never shared it because it's just so stupid. I mean, the main thing that you need to know about type effectivenesses in MK11 is that no character is immune to physical attacks, which is probably the most important thing rather than relying on plus 20 or minus 25 or whatever. It's it's interesting. Very interesting. Because MK1 is definitely going with like increased damage drought. I think it's going to be like more Pokemon like. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this is going to be like manifesting into on September 14th. But yeah, I'm not exactly too sad at the lack of the augment system here because you are getting a more stronger focus on type effectivenesses, which replaces some of the augments in MK11 altogether. And it seems like some of the augments will be represented with the components that you can apply to talismans and I suspect relics as well. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Whoa. Whoa. Mortal Kombat 1. You got to let me know now. Do you care that there are no augments? Does it bother you? Are you looking forward to the new type effectivenesses which are actually buffed? Kind of surprising that they're buffing type resistances and vulnerabilities. Whoa, that seems really cool. But I am kind of like sad that they are going to make you to waste your resources. Like, F that. I hate that you're going to be able to lose components if you fail a forge. And I guess you'll also lose the currency too. That's dumb. They shouldn't make the game so grindy. If crafting is going to be like that, make the crafting into a real like mini game. Like there should be a UI where you like mix potions in a forge or something. Like if they're going to do that, make it more entertaining. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the grindiness already. But yeah, I think there's good and bad things to look forwards to with MK1. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. God bless you, my friends. Hopefully, you're having an awesome time. Please don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out. The talisman should be tied in with the character's level. If you try and power it up past your current level, then it shouldn't work. Interesting concept, John. Maybe. Joe, Burnin' Scorpinus. Yeah. they they don't allow you to make fun names like that anymore. Burnin' Scorpinus. Yeah. If there was a variation naming system, that would have been great. Oh no, you can really hear you can hear Jade beat me up. But I do love my fancy names. Jade's gonna kill me. Definitely Shao Kahn was the superior option in that match against Jade. Darko, this is the least of my issues with this game, to be fair. I guess. You know, I've vocalized a lot of my other issues about the game. I gotta say that, like, out of everything that I've seen, the new invasions, talismans, relics don't bother me as much as the god-awful ugly outfits. Why are the outfits so basic? Like, why can't they look good? I'm not a huge fan of, you know, the the crop top yoga pants for Katana, but it's probably the best one out of the lot. I mean, the standard's not really set that high if this is the best. So, what? What? Lee May. Ugh. Ugh. Let's not even go touch Tanya, because talking about Tanya is apparently controversial. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know. Sindel, she's alright. I prefer Astra best. Yeah, but outfits, like, they could have made it more spicy. Tekken 8 outfits, they are beautiful. It's also on Unreal 5. This is on Unreal 4, so they need to get their act together. John, I am fine with augments not making it back, but it does seem we get parts of it. Very true. Yes, this is how I feel as well. Teng, outfits look plain. I know, right? It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Like, there's a beautiful, like, how do you call it? Who is it? Who is it? I believe it's Kazuya, Tekken 8. He has a wonderful, like, alligator skin outfit. When you see this thing in PS5 graphics, like, up close, it's so gorgeous. I would have loved, you know, more, like, reptile leather for the actual reptile outfit. Not that it bothers me. It's okay. There's just a lot of, like, these tiny patterns that nobody is really going to notice. I think they wasted their time, to be honest, in designing some of these things, because it feels like no one will notice all of the different fabric patterns, all of the little details in the stages. They could have spent that time making a 3D explorable world. That would have been cool. Anyways, if you're here at this part of the video, God bless you. Love you, love you, love you, my friends. May I encourage you to join the Jaded Bunny family? If you also love what I do here on the YouTube, become one of my brothers or sisters in the fam. You get access to secret group chat, family-only PvP events, a birthday gift, special sing-song, infinite time crystal glitch for MK1. If you want all of the #1 strats, please do consider joining. Much love to our newest sisters in the fam, Kari Leslie, and Angel. Love you, my sisters. Thank you for joining. Also, much love to James, Shay, Kevin Dong, Kalila Crenshaw, John Feltner, Charlie Ravens, John Lee. You can hear button pressing. I'm trying to get out of the menu of the game. Lots of menus. Charlie Ravens, John Lee, John Clark, Danny Slaw, Energizer, Pro Gamer, J4, Among Us Gamer, GCXBU Gaming, Kenneth, Cara D, Kokoma Joe, A.G. Miller, Coffee Gamer, Lucy Little Thunder, Boots Alexander, Jonah, Eric, Blood Ferox, Glowy, Chaka Corn, Airy, Michael K, Darkside, Trokar, Mark Danny, O Gamer, Michael G, Swishbish, Ilkid, Snoopy Blind FGC, Albus Christus Mortis, Yuri Erdem, Calum, JJ, Dr. Eggman, Alina, Acenonics 85, Alan, Siderem, Ragnar, Rian Chaos, and Queen Melina. Thank you. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Would not be on the YouTube were it not for you. YouTube probably would have canceled me a long time ago. But much love to all of you if you if you feel so inclined. The likes, they really help. Also, thank you once again for 10K. Whoa, never thought that would happen, but here we are. Lovely. But yes, thank you. Only thanks to you, my brothers and sisters in the live stream chat, the real troopers making it to the very end. Love you so much. Okay, let's make sure I'm not missing any of your comments. John, not happy with color swaps. I just want unique skins, not just another color. I totally agree. Tekken showed off that they have all sorts of unique costumes, not palette swaps. They do have alternate colors, but really, like, the outfits are so different. I'm in love with it. Darko, Johnny Cage should be nominated for most generic character in 2023. I will say I feel like Johnny Cage being in the story of MK1 kind of feels out of place. Like, what's his role, and why is he, like, a washed-up celebrity? I would love to have Johnny Cage as, like, premier celebrity, but he's just, like, washed up. Confusing. But yeah, anyways, I would love to hear from you what you think of the lack of augment system in MK1. Are you going to shed a tear? But yes, I don't think I will. I'm excited to see whatever the new evolution for the single player brings to us. But I am praying that you are getting all of those easy wins in Combat League. But until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.